Welcome to the KZGN News. Today we'll bring you news from the Kern Valley, state water news, road construction work, and much more.
From the Rademacher Hills to Bee Mountain and the mighty Sierras, Ridgecrest to Inyo Kern and China Lake, this is your news for the Indian Wells Valley with the KZGN News crew.
Thanks for joining us for the news. I'm Tom Whitnick. Here's news affecting Ridgecrest and the Indian Wells Valley. Last week we carried news of recent deaths in the Kern River and Lake Isabel. Well, it seems some people won't heed the warnings. The Sheriff's Department has reported that Antonio Rubio of Wolford Heights, California, age 43, has drowned in the Kern River. His body was found a week ago on June 27th. The decedent was located in the Kern River. After completing a post-mortem examination, the cause of death is drowning and the manner is accidental. He was identified via fingerprints. Next of kin has been notified. Again, we remind everyone, the Kern River is a beautiful but dangerous river. Never swim alone, always wear a life jacket, and never drink and swim in it. Here's news about the California drought. It's been reported that the 9 cities with the worst drought conditions in the country are all located in California, which is now entering its 4th consecutive year of drought. The long-term drought has already had dire consequences for the state's agricultural sector, municipal water systems, the environment, and all other water consumers. There are 9 large U.S. urban areas that have been under serious drought conditions over the first 6 months of this year. This year, 100% of the 3 urban areas in the state are in a state of exceptional drought, and 100% of all 9 areas reviewed are in at least extreme drought. A considerable portion of California's environmental, agricultural, and municipal water needs depends on 161 reservoirs, which are typically replenished during the winter months. Here's a map showing the drought impact to California. As of May 31st, the state's reservoirs added less than 6.5 million acre-feet of water over the winter. That's only 78% of the typical recharge of about 8.2 million acre-feet. This was the 4th consecutive year that reservoir recharge failed to reach the historical average. Normally, current reservoir levels are high enough to buffer against drought. However, after 4 years of drought, reservoir holdings are perilously low, said Rippey. Current total storage levels are at about 17.2 million acre-feet. The typical annual withdrawal is around 8 million acre-feet, which means total storage may fall below 10 million acre-feet by the end of the summer. This also means there is little room for error if the state enters the 5th year of drought. In addition to surface water, groundwater is a major water source for the state. According to a recent UC Davis analysis of the California drought from 2012 through 2014, groundwater may replace as much as 75% of surface water lost to dry conditions this year. As Rippey explained, however, the problem is that the amount of groundwater is unknown. The monitoring system for groundwater is not nearly as robust as the surface water monitoring system. There are also economic consequences. The UC Davis study estimated a loss of at least 410,000 acres of farmland due to water shortages in California's Central Valley, one of the nation's most important agricultural zones, and the location of most of the cities running out of water. An estimated $800 million was lost in farm revenue last year, and that total does not include $447 million in extra pumping costs sustained by the Central Valley. Researchers at UC Davis estimated a total statewide revenue loss of $2.2 billion and more than 17,000 jobs lost in 2014 due to the drought. Here is California's and the nation's top 9 cities in an extreme drought. First is Hanford, second is Merced, following by Modesto, Fresno, Yuba City, Lancaster-Palmdale, Chico, Sacramento, and Bakersfield. Currently, over 46% of the state carries the exceptional drought rating. 50% of the rest of California falls within the monitored severe to extreme ratings. And who knows the ultimate impact of groundwater supplies. What is clear is that the politicians in Sacramento need to increase water storage so California can store more water during wet years. The practice of letting 74% of the water that falls in California every year flow into the ocean has got to stop. We have got to start storing that water. Now here's a story about road construction news from the Water District. They have released an advisory notice of a temporary water outage and traffic disruption on Down Street for the month of July. They will be replacing a water main on South John Street from Ridgecrest Boulevard to Upjohn. A temporary water outage and traffic disruption will occur. Construction must be conducted in preparation for the city's upcoming road construction project. You may experience periodic and temporary outages during the hours of 6:30 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. Crews will be working hard to keep you in water and keeping outages as short as possible. However, please be advised that there are no predetermined times for outages, and unforeseen circumstances may extend outage time periods. There is also the possibility of air in the water lines. The Water District says air in the lines can be corrected by running cold water faucets until the air is completely gone. Along with water outages, area traffic will be limited to local traffic only during construction hours. If you must come and go from the area during construction hours, please be mindful to follow flagman instructions. Flagmen will be directing local traffic on the safest way to proceed through the construction area. The Indian Wells Valley Water District regrets any inconvenience this construction may cause. Construction completion is expected by July 31st. Your patience is greatly appreciated. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact Jason Lillian at 760-384-8414 or Travis Reed at 760-793-1175 during construction hours. For your safety and the worker safety, you are advised to avoid the area altogether if possible. Last month, the Ridgecrest Police Department announced the start of a 2015 Citizens Police Academy. Sergeant Ryan Maroney informed me that by the sign-up date, they had 17 people sign up. So if anyone else still wants to get in, they need to contact him immediately to submit an application. The Citizens Police Academy is a 9-week program designed to give members of the community an inside look at the local law enforcement. During the Academy, students will be introduced to a variety of topics to give them an overview of the Ridgecrest Police Department's function and operational procedures. Graduates from the Academy are encouraged to continue their involvement with the Police Department by becoming one of our volunteers in Police and Community Together, which is PACT, and or the Community Emergency Response Team, which is CERT. Participants in the Citizens Police Academy are selected by the Chief of Police through an application process. Enrollment is limited to 20 students. Potential candidates must meet the following eligibility requirements. They must be a minimum of 18 years of age, must live or work in the Indian Wells Valley, must have no felony convictions, must have had no serious misdemeanor convictions in the last 5 years. The Citizens Police Academy application and information are available at the Ridgecrest Police Department, 100 West California Avenue, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can also email Sergeant Ryan Maroney for an application. There's still time to submit some applications. Classes will begin on Thursday, August 6, 2015 from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Graduation from the Academy will be held Thursday, October 1st, 2015. The Citizens Police Academy is a great way to learn about your community, meet people, and get to know the men and women of your police department. To learn more about the Academy, please contact Sergeant Maroney right away at the Ridgecrest Police Department at 760-499-5143 or email him at rmaroney@ridgecrest-ca.gov. Stay tuned for news about the China Lake Media and Art Project when we come back. In city news, the Ridgecrest Media and Art Committee is inviting participation from all Indian Wells Valley businesses, organizations, and individuals interested in sponsoring and donating media and art to enhance the China Lake Boulevard construction project. There are 18 locations available for monuments. 10 have been chosen so far from organizations and businesses like Ridgecrest Regional Hospital, Swapsheet Marriott, Ridgecrest Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, Warren Auto, and Desert Valley Credit Union. The Media and Art Committee is responsible for the city's public media and art program, including the placement of selected sculptures within the newly constructed North China Lake Boulevard Median Project. The approved theme for sculptures to be placed within the China Lake project is petroglyphic, which is intended to reflect our region's historic Native American petroglyph artwork. I asked Matthew Alexander the cost of sponsoring the art. His response was, the cost is estimated to be $2,000 to $4,000 for a quality 6 to 10 foot metal or stone sculpture, which will pass the review and approval process worthy of selection within the public right-of-way. So that's quite a bit of dollars the sponsors are donating. I hope the artists supplying the art are also in the spirit of donation and realizing these are businesses putting up their hard-earned dollars, so the artist should only be charging costs for this artwork. For more information and an application, please contact City Planner Matthew Alexander at 760-499-5063. You can email him at malexander@ridgecrest-ca.gov. In Saracosa Community College news, Saracosa is hosting a junior-senior high school volleyball skills camp all day July 13th through all day July 16th. Volleyball camp facilitates skills training for both guys and gals aged 11 through 18. Beginners will train daily in the Saracosa Gymnasium from 3 to 5:30 p.m. Intermediate through advanced players will train daily from 6 to 8:30 p.m. Skills development will emphasize passing, setting, hitting, blocking, serving, and offensive and defensive strategies. Participants can pre-register in the Saracosa Business Office by Wednesday, July 8th. The cost is $60 for your first camper and $50 for additional campers in your family. Pre-registration cost includes a t-shirt. T-shirts aren't guaranteed for same-day sign-ups. There are no refunds. Participation in the skills camp is a great way to get ready for the volleyball season and the Burroughs High School tryouts. Volleyball attire requires shorts and t-shirts, but no jewelry. Tennis shoes are required, but no Vans. Knee pads are optional gear, but helpful. Bring your own water bottle, and the college will provide the water. Saracosa volleyball coaches are Kim Young, Stephanie Phillips, and Gary Beckstrom. The entire Saracosa volleyball team players will be helping and coaching as well. Come on out to improve your volleyball skills and have fun with other volleyball players. Registration forms will be available online at the athletics page at www.saracosa.edu or contact head volleyball coach Kim Young 760-382-4448 for more information. Now in KZGN continuous effort to provide news and information you've asked for, here are today's local gas prices. Well, prices are steady since last Friday's report. As of this morning, Ridgecrest is ranging from $3.25 to $3.89. Lancaster is also ranging from $3.25 to $3.69. The LA Valley area $3.27 to $3.47, and the Bishop area $3.62 to $3.83. We have 4 stations coming in at the $3.25 figure. Tune in with us Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for updates. We at KZGN always suggest you shop locally to support our local economy. Remember, when you pay any sales tax out of town, you are helping those cities pave their streets instead of here. Stay tuned for weather and sports when we come back. Thanks for staying with us. Let's go to Keith for the weather.
Thank you, Tom. We have slight cooling in the weather, but first, the National Weather Service is forecasting a risk of severe thunderstorms across parts of the central U.S., from northern Oklahoma across the mid-Mississippi Valley and into the Great Lakes. A few strong to severe storms may occur over parts of the southeast and mid-Atlantic. Heavy rainfall could lead to flash flooding across parts of the central and southern plains. Temperatures across the nation: North Carolina, 89, South Carolina, 83, Ohio, 80, Texas, 86, New Mexico, 79, Arizona, 87, and Los Angeles came in at 63. And for our forecast, tonight, mostly clear with a low around 73, south-southwest wind, 10 to 15 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 25. Tuesday, sunny and hot with a high near 100, southwest wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusts as high as 15. Tuesday night, mostly clear with a low around 73, breezy with a south-southwest wind, 15 to 20 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 25. Wednesday, sunny with a high near 97, calm wind. Wednesday night, mostly clear with a low around 71, southwest wind, 10 to 15 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 20. Thursday will be sunny with a high near 94, south wind, 5 miles per hour. And that is your local forecast with IWV. Now back to Tom and the rest of your KZGN news.
Thanks, Keith. Now Tom Eck with sports.
A very pleasant Monday afternoon to everybody. Well, congratulations, ladies of the USA are the World Cup champions for the year of 2015. Hasn't been since 1999, the last time they won that. And they also now have won for their third time. They also won it in 1993. The final score 5-2. Carly Lloyd, boy, a hat trick. She got 3 of those goals in the first 20 minutes. And the USA went on to win. They opened up actually a 4-0 lead before going on to win 5-2. All right, it was a good adventure for the women. They defeated number 1 Germany to even get where they got. So, boy, what a feat that was. Okay, let's talk about the Angels. What a feat that was. They went into Texas and absolutely slaughtered, I can't think of another word, the Texas Rangers. I mean, it was probably the most damage done in the state of Texas since the Alamo. The Angels, in 3 games, came up with 33 runs. They had over 45 hits in the 3 games. Eric Ibar had 10 hits in the series. The guys are on fire right now. The Angels only 3.5 games behind Houston because the Astros lost 2 of 3 in Boston. So 3 in a row easy wins for the Rangers. I feel bad for the Rangers fans. The only bright spot for the whole weekend for them was a fireworks show on the 4th of July evening. Boy, every game was a blowout game. All right, let's talk about the Dodgers. The Dodgers lost 2 of 3 at home. They lost Sunday to the Mets 8-0. The Dodgers, though, still have a 4-game lead over San Francisco because the Giants have hit rock bottom. They've lost 7 games in a row. The Giants were swept in the nation's capital, lost all 3 to the Nationals over the weekend. Now, the Red Sox, as mentioned, they're playing better baseball. They beat the Astros 5-4 Sunday. They win 2 of 3 from Houston. Pittsburgh is hot right now, 13 games over 500. They beat Cleveland Sunday, who's playing a lot better. They take 2 of 3 from the Tribe. Baltimore beat Chicago. Baltimore wins 2 of 3 from the Sox. And Kansas City wins again. They beat Minnesota. They win 3 of 4 from the Twins. St. Louis 3, San Diego 1. Now, San Diego actually playing a little bit better baseball. They split the 4 games in Missouri. The Cardinals, the number 1 record of anyone in Major League Baseball. The Cubs beat Miami. They take 2 of 3 down in Florida. And the Rockies over Arizona, 6-4. They take 2 of 3 from the Diamondbacks. Next up for the Rockies, the Angels. They'll travel and play there on tonight and Tuesday night. Now, the Phillies finally snapped their 7-game losing streak. They beat Atlanta 4-0. And as mentioned right now, the Dodgers, in need of a few wins, are playing mediocre baseball. But fortunate for the Dodgers, the Giants really struggling right now. Okay, Serena has upset Venus. I don't know if that's an upset, but the two played for the 3rd time. They played today. They had a battle at Wimbledon. 3rd time they've played in a major event with Serena defeating Venus. All right, WNBA last night, Phoenix over LA, 104-101. And that would be your sports on this Monday afternoon. Tom Heck for KZGN.
So that's the news for today. All of us at KZGN-TV know you have a choice in what you watch for your news. We all thank you for choosing KZGN-TV, Richcliffe's only locally owned community TV station. Now we close this newscast with a great video from the Lions fireworks show last Saturday evening. Great job, Lions. We want to thank Edward Zeska for allowing us to run this video.
And they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt